What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Here we're going to discuss WWE creating random matches for Wrestlemania. Stay tuned, guys. What's going on to all you wrestling fans out there? Welcome to my channel, Wrestlemania. I haven't been uploading any videos as of late because I've been under the weather, but hey, we are back. Anyhow, let's just get into this discussion. So, WWE seems to be booking random matches, or is WWE working the fans? We'll have to wait and find out, but in the meantime, let's discuss. So, Elimination Chamber was this past Sunday. Fantastic premium live event. Both chamber matches, the men and women's match, was fantastic. You had Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Judgment Day members Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor. Solid match. And then, of course, the Bloodline, Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns. That storyline has just been amazing. It's one of the best storytelling I've seen in ages, if probably the best ever, in my opinion. But to each his own. However, the match that I felt that didn't deliver as most of us would have wanted was Brock versus Bobby Lashley. And I think the ending of all three of their matches have been kind of underwhelming, in my opinion. Of course, we had the first match between them back in 2022 at the Royal Rumble. Bobby Lashley won that match. It was for the WWE Championship at the time. Of course, the tribal chief Roman Reigns, who was the Universal Champion at the time, interfered in the match, causing Brock Lesnar to lose his title to Bobby Lashley. Of course, then fast forward, they had a match at Crown Jewel, and that match, of course, ended up finishing in a pin by Brock Lesnar while he was in the Hurt Lock. Not a fabulous ending to that match either. And then, of course, we had the match at Elimination Chamber, which ended up in a disqualification by Brock. So Bobby Lashley is up 2-1 against Brock. So you figure that, well, we would probably have a fourth match. This time it would be a street fight, no holds bar. However, last week on SmackDown, Bray Wyatt challenged the winner of Brock Lesnar or Bobby Lashley to a match. Of course, Bobby ended up winning. So on paper, we would have Bray Wyatt versus Bobby Lashley. But before I get into that match, let's talk about Brock Lesnar. This past Monday on Raw, MVP was calling out Brock Lesnar and said he was a coward. He knew he couldn't get out the Hurt Lock, and he low-blowed Bobby Lashley to cost the match. Well, then came Omos. MVP issued a challenge to Brock Lesnar on Omos' behalf. So we're going to wait for this Monday to see if Brock Lesnar accepts Omos' challenge. I don't know about you guys, but I was not expecting Brock Lesnar versus Omos, much less at WrestleMania. I mean, no offense to the big man, Omos, big dude, got the looks. He's nicely built for a guy his size. However, we haven't really seen much of Omos, in all honesty. Last year, he faced Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. He had his first loss. He then faced Braun Strowman at Crown Jewel, took an L there. And then we saw him at the Royal Rumble. But we haven't really seen Omos consistently. We all know Omos, a little bit green in the ring. But again, I don't see... I mean, don't get me wrong. It would be cool to see Brock Lesnar give Omos a couple of F5s. But you could always do that at a different pay-per-view. Or should I say premium live event. I don't think WrestleMania is the place for Brock Lesnar versus Omos. And I don't think the match makes much sense story-wise. It wouldn't make sense to continue Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar to end the rivalry once and for all, and have like a street fight and have them beat the bejesus out of each other. That's my opinion. I don't know what you guys think on that. But Brock versus Omos seems like a Vince McMahon type of booking. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Do you think WWE is going to continue with this match? Or do you believe that they're swerving us? What do you guys think? Comment down there and let me know what you guys think on that. Now, going forward with Bobby Lashley versus Bray Wyatt. I don't have too much to say about this one. I mean, this is another random match. I think Bray Wyatt versus Uncle Howdy would have made more sense to continue building a story there and maybe eventually exposing who Uncle Howdy is. But Bray versus Bobby is I don't know, two different styles of wrestling, two different wrestlers completely, two different characters completely. So I don't know how that's going to work. I'm not really invested in that match. So I don't really have much to say about that. We'll just have to see. But then again, you never know. Some matches that don't look good on paper could work out eventually physically. Who knows? I mean, remember last year it was Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. That match had no business being as good as it was. But it turned out to be a masterpiece. It was fun. But then again, Sami Zayn makes anything look good. And that's Sami Zayn. But anyhow. So as far as Bobby Lashley versus Bray Wyatt, I'm not sold on it. I'm not invested in that match. I mean, I'm not sure how they're going to make that work, but we'll have to see. Me personally, if I was booking WrestleMania, I would do Brock Lesnar versus Gunther. I think that match has more of an appeal. Two guys that possess an intimidation factor. Two guys that are aggressive. They're powerhouses. And it would definitely help elevate Gunther even more than what he's already elevated now. Because Brock is going to make him look strong. So that would be a more of an appealing match, in my opinion. Another match that I would go with is Bray Wyatt versus Uncle Howdy. Why not? You could have some fantastic storytelling right there. You can make this story go even further than WrestleMania. Because, Bray Wyatt, he's a fantastic storyteller. And he always has creative ideas. You can't go wrong with that either. That's also something to consider. But again, we'll have to wait and find out. Tonight on SmackDown, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens on Raw. Again, WWE could be swerving us. It is WrestleMania season. There's always a surprise popping up here and there. So we'll have to wait and find out, guys. Just want to see what you guys think in the comment section below. And let me know if you want more videos like this to come out. Again, I was under the weather, so I was not as active. But I'm going to try to stay active, especially for WrestleMania season. Anyhow, guys, once again, thank you for joining my channel, WrestleLen. And I'll see you in the next video.